Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are on the subreddit r/entitledparents, and today we have two stories, and they're both longer. That's why we only have two stories. And so why don't we jump into the first one, which is just a little bit shorter than the second one. So the first story is, father passed away last week. Younger sister and her ex asked about getting their son's college fund before we had the funeral. My father passed away last week following an accident. He had set up a college education fund for each of his grandchildren. I have an older sister and a younger sister. The younger sister has an addiction problem that she refuses to get help for, even though she has had many generous offers to pay for rehab and pay her ongoing expenses while in rehab. More than 5 years ago, her son no longer wanted to live with her because of her addictions, so her ex got custody. She has not visited her son since then, even though she has visitation rights. Because of this and several other times where she refused to take responsibility for her actions, just about the entire family went no contact with her 5 years ago. Only one cousin was still in contact with her, but she cut contact in early 2022. Our aunt, dad's sister, felt younger sister should know about dad's passing, so she did contact her with the news and information about the funeral service. Younger sister only wanted to know about what will happen with her son's college education fund and would she have access to the fund. Why? So she can buy drugs. Her son still has another year of high school left. My older sister did contact younger sister's ex because she felt our nephew had the right to know about his grandfather's passing and have the opportunity to attend the funeral service. The ex said he would bring our nephew to the funeral, but then he wanted to know about the college education fund and if he would be getting access to it. Both parents seem a little sketchy to me. I'm liking the ex a little bit more because I'm thinking that the younger sister's going to use it for something not so good. I'm the person in charge of all the remaining education funds, and I can't even access them yet. But the trust is set up so that I am only able to make distributions to the college, university, or vocational school. The grandchildren must first be enrolled in the school, and then the funds go directly into an account at the school to cover tuition, fees, and books, and possible housing if they live on campus. Okay, I like that setup. That's a good setup. After this was explained to my younger sister and to her ex, the conversations quickly ended. Neither my younger sister nor her son attended Dad's funeral service. Also, the ex told older sister that our nephew will be on academic probation when he starts his last year of high school? Well, that's not good. Good thing the educational funds are also able to pay for vocational school and training. Ooh, okay. So the kid of the younger sister is not even doing good in school, and y'all were like trying to get him the money for the college. I don't like it. Both of y'all were sounding entitled. Well, my mom finally did it. She finally this is our second story. She finally crossed over to crazy parent territory, all because I dared to stop her interrupting me. I guess it all depends on how you did it, because I don't know, I don't know how I feel about the title of this. For a small TLDR of context, I'm 24, almost. Found out my mom's been extremely manipulative since us 3 siblings in the house turned 13 and sabotaged all my romantic relationships, most notably the last one that my therapist agreed she was the downfall of all along with my codependence on her as the safe parent. As such, I was scrambling to find an apartment to have my own life without her interference. Well, I finally have it almost secured and sadly need a guarantor. She first didn't understand what that was, despite claiming it isn't hard to find a cheap apartment, so it isn't a Gen Z issue like some pariah of rent knowledge. And I never said it was our Gen Z issue, by the way, just that it's harder because it statistically is with wages and all. She was all sorts of uncomfy, nonverbal, and tone-wise, which I've learned how to do in order to mask my ASD long enough to blend in, and from her doing this for years with being on a contract and in any way. Despite agreeing to do it, I even told her I'd put crap on my credit card before she saw a bill. Well, I finally have it almost secured, and sadly, then she proceeded to misinterpret what I said about that being why it's generally hard for my generation to rent after cutting me off at that. Not let me correct myself, and after about 10 solid seconds of asking calmly to let me re-explain while she insisted I was acting like a know-it-all, I raised my voice and only said, "I never said that," which is a bad move, I'm aware, but I finally at the stage where I'm not mommy's little maid stepping around her traps in conversation and still working on how to tell I need to stop talking. She then proceeded to tell me that if she wants me to have her as a guarantor for an apartment, I need to be respectful. Like she and my step-parent had not already agreed this was what they'd be cool doing. I told her, you know what, I'm not doing this tonight. I'm done with this conversation, and have step-parent do it then, since they mainly agreed, and went to my room. After a bit of time, I'm talking 2 minutes maybe, she tells me to come out of the living room again, where I let her know I'm not going to talk about it anymore if it's the same topic. She keeps trying to make it that topic, and I keep telling her no. She then tries to tell me that it's okay that I dictate boundaries, and she can't. Actually, it is when yours harm me, so I can, Mom. You do not get to lord something you agreed on over me. That isn't okay. And of course, she still tries to continue. I finally just say, and I'm done here. I'm going back to my room, and it is my room. I pay rent. So I sent to my step-parent, who mainly was the one saying this, I'm going to call back the people renting to me to talk to them and let them know my pay is now 5 times the rent as I got a raise. If you're cool being the guarantor, I'd appreciate it. I'll put the rent on my credit card before I charged you guys out of it. Mom seems to think it's okay to hold over my head because I interrupted her, interrupting me by raising my voice to correct her on her misreading what I said, and then chooses to leave the situation to avoid further conflict. I just think, crap, I finally saw how she's been harming me since I hit puberty. I can thank my ex for that after they showed me screenshots and proof of things said to them by my mother that my blood boil. She single-handedly gave me, I'm not sure what that is, ROCD, not sure what that is, and still thinks she's a good mother. I want out of this house where she thinks it's okay to threaten me while holding my life situation in her hands. Now I just need to hope my step-parent doesn't choose to play the enabler and feed my mom's manipulation. Edit on reaction of the step-parent. Yeah, after standing my ground by saying, please don't tell me I'm being disrespected after they started with, okay, we need to have a talk, they got immediately defensive, and I just ended up being more firm while trying to control myself. I ended up being chased out of the house while being screamed at and being told I didn't pay full rent, so I needed to listen to them. Mind you, they kept telling me I did not have to pay more despite asking to and offering constantly, something they hated being done to my sister, who also got told to get out by their friend. So me paying the rent they asked means I do not own crap, I guess. And then Mom texted me, come back in a couple hours when you and everyone are calm. We will sit down tomorrow after work and talk about the apartment. We are going to sit down and be courteous, and we'll figure it out. Please drive safe because we do love you. No, you gave me a genuine trauma response. Crap, no. You made me melt down, which I haven't done in like 2 years that bad. No. And another thing, the only thing I'm proud of is refusing to be stepped on and getting further into their face. And my step-parent tried to while screaming that I needed to leave the house before they said something they didn't mean. Almost like having a second child go through this with you isn't indicative of us. Even said that this was the problem I had, that I was just like my sister, who told me herself that's why she has low contact with me. My brother texted me that while asking for my side, my step-parent was going to do it, but then I got mad at them, so no more. I'm 20 effing 4. Don't come at me, get mad. I get defensive while trying to not melt down, then tell me I need to be respectful like I'm 12. You guys still don't even accept the autism late diagnosis I got, and then ways you begged me to unmask. This is why I didn't, for cripe's sake. No, you just blame it on me, my ex, my dad, anyone but you. Wow, what a ride. So, for a little while, it was unclear what the step-parents' role in this was. But yeah, your mom was definitely making everything worse by what she was doing. And your step-parent is not helping any at all. Hopefully, OP, you have found a way to get out of this situation and find your own apartment to rent far away from these two people, because you need to get out of their little bubble. And yes, while I say to still keep them in your lives, you can keep a toxic person in your life, but that doesn't mean that you have to be anywhere close to them. You can still call them. Or let them call you. That's actually what I did. I let my toxic person call me. And then, if the conversation was getting a little too heated, I'd be like, I'm sorry, but I have to go. Can't talk anymore. I didn't explain why. That was it. And we didn't live anywhere close together. As a matter of fact, we lived in 2 different states. So, yeah, just saying, if you need it, there it is. There's advice. But yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel, and I will see you in another video. You have a good day. Bye.